Can you share with some of your research?
Maybe it deserves it. Frankly,
who goes in? Who goes in when that happens?
I haven't had a chance to read them one of that.
So Celinda will go into the brief the president, or
I don't think she has. I don't think she's actually talked to Clinton.
We're on camera. Is it Gershon?
Yeah, Gershon.
Yeah, please. No, it's okay. I'm just doing the over-the-shoulder kind of
B-roll.
Yeah. Oh, he's keep talking about Celinda. I like that you're talking about Celinda. That's you know.
I think Celinda has a crush on Gershon.
Yeah, well,
so Julie does.
Who doesn't?
Right.
What Washington insider doesn't?
That's so true.
But she was 18.
Sparkling and witty.
Oh, the pressure's not on.
I don't think we have lighting on there.
I wasn't.
No, unfortunately.
Hard to come out of
Last year that
no credit.
Nobody came down on his side.
Done a lot of politics.
Devlin is at an award postal.
Thank you for can you
you lose your nomination. I think it's
you get your nomination is wiped out of the computer. No, there's no record of it.
Can I interrupt? Are either of you guys up for an award this year?
Very much like
You are. I know I'm up for award. I don't know which one.
Yours told me that I'm up
Possibly the non-junior.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He said I'm up for a very interesting award, which made me worried.
Can you tell me how you what kind of campaign you've waged for this award?
Well, I've taken the 19th century approach, which is the
Will you excuse me for a moment, Gershon, clearly?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have three-time winner, four-time nominee for the Lipson Cup. The man for whom the Lipson Cup is named the Lipson Cup, Paul Lipson. Ladies and gentlemen. Coming directly from the Point in the South Bronx. Probably has not even washed his hands yet, but he will kiss everyone in the room, men included. Oh! There he is. There he is. Public courtship. And yet, oh, get that, capture that picture for posterity. That was unbelievable. There's a lot of goodwill there, a lot of goodwill. My girlfriend didn't show up. The mistakes of last year, and I call them mistakes. I call them mistakes are long since forgotten after a picture like that. He'll kiss everyone in the room, but he doesn't realize the public doesn't vote tonight. The voting is already decided.
Good article the other day. How are you? I'm in so much trouble because this is being captured on film.
And now he's going to start making punch as quickly as possible. Can you get that in your system?
We really have only 20 minutes to get me rocked. Here. I have your tape, by the way.
Oh, we're going to have a private screening on the...
Yes. Listen, there's not a lot of time.
Hey, you know what? Give me the slides now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I think you slides. They're in the slideshow.
What's in the punch?
A lot of them. But I will give you, I'm bringing your videotape to the event. And then after the slideshow, I'll give you the...
What is this on?
These are all the preparations.
So then I said at the management meeting how we had to cut down on costs and streamline.
Are either of you guys up for an award this year?
No, I know.
Oh yeah, we're two nominated. Well, I'm up for the award.
Are you really?
I'm up for the award, first time ever.
You pitch.
Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you've done to campaign for the award this year?
Oh, campaigning? No, that would be unethical. I merely have sex with the committee that decides.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's not.
I would have done that anyway.
You're entertained. It's okay.
Devlin, are you up for an award this year?
Yes, I am. It's an honor just to be nominated.
Which one?
Say it again.
Non-Jew of the Year. Which I spent a lot of time planning. Escaping from the car.
Oh, there you go.
Walking around
feeling alienated.
Feeling alienated, a little self-loathing.
Good, little guilt.
Little guilt.
Little guilt. Good.
Well, Catholic, so it wasn't.
You're all responsible, you know.
Devlin,
y'all.
as I understand it, Archbishop O'Connor was campaigning on your behalf rather subtly, but do you care to comment on that?
Well, it's well known fact the Catholic Church wants me to win non-Jew of the year. They, quite frankly, they'd rather get rid of me than anything else. So that's great. I appreciate your help.
And Stephanie, is there any truth to the rumor of you and Brad?
Brad.
Oh, you know, Sexiest Man of the Year, Brad?
Oh, Brad Pitt? That Brad?
Oh, please, don't be coy.
Well, you know, there's so many Brads.
Wow, so many Brads.
I can't comment. You know, I feel that would be an invasion of his privacy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Me on film.
Are you up for an award this year?
You know, I am not aware of the process so far, but I came here presuming that I was up for all of the big ones.
I gotta say,
Really? Have you
I
done?
mean, does that make sense? That I would be?
Have you done anything to?
Have I done anything?
To campaign on your behalf? Has anybody been?
There's been no campaigning other than A, having the brunch, okay, I think we all remember that, and B, being left out of the famous wedding rehearsal dinner video. So, I mean, just those two things alone.
Advocate for your inclusion.
Plus, I gave birth this year in '97. So, I mean, last year. It's '98 now, isn't it? Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. But, you know, that was kind of a public service that
I agree. I agree.
When did you give birth? 19.
yes, Alyssa gave it to me. Virginia, no prepared remarks. There's no prepared remarks this year.
It's been
Totally unprepared. I've given so many remarks over the years that I've
For the drunken
collected.
toast.
Say this again.
It's the first drink for the drunken toast. I apologize.
When will your collective remarks be published?
The collective remarks is I don't know, someone better start collecting them, I guess.
Hey, Paul, will you do me a favor? Will you take a $20 bill, crumple it up, and put it into Kirsch's pocket?
Actually, I already did it. I did it on the camera. I did it for the camera when we were taking pictures of this. But yes, I will. Hold this over there.
After that, will you put one in my pocket too?
We'll vote for you.
I know, like 20%.
Shank it up for several awards.
Only a 5? Well, it takes 5.
Leslie,
How you been?
here to witness.
Yeah. What just happened? What just was slipped into your pocket? That was on video.
What the hell's going on here?
Hey, I'm a journalist.
Can we stop the tape and review the tape right now?
I want to see your credentials. I want to see your
Calling an
credentials.
end.
I got Fox, I got NBC, I got a lot of credentials.
My God. I can't believe what just happened.
I can't either. I can. We always knew it was
Sham, they're already yelling at
Sham!
Alright, I'm going to make my way over to the restaurant.
Did you see what just happened?
No!
There was some kind of secret exchange between your two pivotal figures.
Corruption! Fight corruption!
I remind you, Paul Lipson is interruptible.
Fight the power! Look at him! He now has his hand in that pocket!
I'm ready.
I think the question, just for the record, I think the question at the end of the evening is going to be, what is in that pocket? I mean, it doesn't matter what happens tonight. Everyone's going to be wondering for the rest of eternity what's in that pocket.
And I hope somebody asks that
I hope so.
question.
I don't think that it's answered. I think it's always going to be that unanswerable question.
Hey, is that Kyle? Kyle Smith, famous journalist for People Magazine?
I have no light on that. Is that going to work?
We're gonna try. Kyle, tell me, are you up for an award this year?
I'm up for Non-Jew of the Year, and goddammit, I will be the unprecedented second straight winner of the Non-Jew of the Year award.
And tell me, say that again?
I'll be the unprecedented second straight winner of the Non-Jew of the Year.
I understand that you have stiff competition this year from Devlin Barrett.
I think that competition is highly overrated, and I am clearly the favorite to repeat.
Thanks very much.
I'll be autographs away.
There she is.
Mara, give us a smile. Come on, Mara, give us a smile.
Christmas presents.
Oh, that's beautiful, Mara, we love you, Mara. Oh, it's a beautiful smile. Mara, is there any
See you.
Is there any truth to the rumor that you and Brad are getting together now that Gwyneth is out of the picture?
Definitely. But I don't want to talk about it. You know the camera. Oh God, no! I don't want to talk about that.
Mara, are you up for any awards this year?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So you haven't.
Are you?
I'm up for Most Idle Journalist, actually.
Most idle journalist. I think you're gonna get it.
Yep.
You? What about you?
I don't know, supposedly, but
Yeah.
Some new category.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. How are you? Yeah.
Hey! Hey, come on, Alex, give us a smile, Alex! Alex, come on! Hey! Come on, hey!
don't go in.
Please, no, please. This is so annoying every year.
Oh, come on, boo!
Those cameras in our face.
Boo, hiss! Boo! Boo!
Babe, it's going to be a picture of your... You got to befriend these people, and they'll be nice to you. In the picture.
He's sick?
He's not well.
He's not well.
And I have been elected to accept any and all awards for those who pass away during the course of the dinner.
How much has Paul drunk so far?
He's had very little. He's truly unwell. And that's all I can say at this time.
As his
Is there
personal
going to be a press release, or is this just
as his personal
That's all I
physician,
can
do you
say.
advocate skiing without a helmet?
Skiing is very, very safe. That's all I can say at this time.
Are you all ready to get married?
That's all I can say at this time. Lead them in.
Okay.
They really don't like cameras.
Come on, everybody, give us a smile. Scott, give us a smile. Come on. Oh, beautiful. Oh, we love you. Hey, is there any truth to the rumor about you and Demi? Are you with Demi these days? Hello? Come on, give us something.
People don't like cameras, babe.
No, they really don't.
Hey. Oh, come on, give us a smile. Come on, give us a smile. Elisa, you're beautiful. We love you. Oh, come on. Listen. Who are you with these days, Elisa? Come on, you can tell us. Come on. I hear you doing something with Gwyneth. Oh. Hey, Lawrence. Oh, come on, give us a smile. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on.
Good, I'm getting on you up.
Come on. Oh, look at that. Oh. Kate. Oh, come on, Kate. Give us a pose. Strike the pose. Kate.
You killed Diana! Wait, no, come on!
Red Eye teacher this Saturday at night. Actually, is it? Who knows?
I don't know, he keeps walking in front
Is
of
that
us, so I
actually-
probably have a lot of...
Can you have two for us? We walked, starting to our
Are you up for an award this year?
I've been told that I'm up.
Do you know what the award is?
The big one.
What have your people been doing about campaigning for it?
To be honest, I like to be kept in the dark about these things. It's too complicated. I'm too busy with all my public service to get involved in this.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's here.
That's my battery.
I would like to remind everybody here, just by being here, you are a winner. All I'd like to say, I'd like to first welcome everybody here. For the first time, I will say this right up front, this is about me. Not about me. I don't know who our 2 no-shows are over there, but they're going to pull on missing quite a meal. We're going to start with some appetizers. Let me give you a little overview of what we're going to have tonight.
Put down the knives.
Speak into the mic.
Put your hands on your head. We're very unlikely crowd tonight, folks.
Use the mic.
This is a very tough room. And I've been assured that the mic is in the right place. Am I right, Mr. Shane? Yeah, we're all set. The mic is not for us, okay? Don't ignore the mic. The mic is just... It's archived. I'm going to speak a little bit. I'm just making welcoming remarks. This is not for publication. Well, speak up! Okay. I will tell you the basic order of what's going to happen tonight. In between each of the key events of tonight, there'll be gratuitous toasting, much food. And we remind you to mark the sponsor. First, there will be the welcoming remarks, which we're in the midst of right now. Then there will be a lot of appetizers, a lot of wine, a lot of ordering of your main course, and then there will be a lengthy pause. Several gratuitous presentations, one of which by Paul Lipson, one by me, one I believe by Pete Weiler, who might have something up his sleeve. Then we will have the annual slideshow and award presentation. And then, if the award presentation goes well, everyone will be happy and they will stay for dessert. Unlike last year, when there was a... we don't have to go into it. So please enjoy your appetizers, and we'll check in momentarily. Oh yeah. First, before that, I didn't want to do.
Rabbi Kai, Bebby, come on up here. For each annual event, as you know, we involve God the best way we can. Rabbi Kyle Smith is
I just want to know, when did I lose control of this event?
Sexiest man in New York right now.
It's already a shame.
That thing is not
Sham.
10 matzo boxes.
Yes, I'd like to welcome you all to the
You won last year.
actively campaigning for non-Jew of the year.
Rabbi, speak up.
Last year, this degenerated into another sham. And this year's sources say Apollo will be an unprecedented 4th straight winner. Sham is really just a coronation ceremony. I'm the angry rabbi.
Persecuted for so many years.
My people, I can't tell you. The thing is my people. By the way, I am doing bar mitzvahs and the occasional grace, so American grace. Please. Tell your friends. Tonight? So we all, at this time, join hands for our power heads. Join hands. Yeah, go! Please repeat after me in the ancient tongue, if you will. I'm broken. Michigas. Mrs. Mandelbaum. And last but not least, please join me in our song 291. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Thank you very much.
Hey, hold that well, please.
And do remember 10 matzo boxes. You in a minute.
What award are you up for this year, huh? Huh?
I don't even know.
Yeah?
Told non-Jew. No.
Non-Jew of the year? How about most idle journalist? Huh? How about that?
You should damn well win. Last year I won most improved data. In a way that could go to you.
Wait a minute, I thought that went to me.
I don't think so.
I thought I won.
Gersh.
Gersh.
So you want me to kind of...
Yeah, tell me again. What?
Should I just back up? I don't see a red light. The thing that I don't like about this most, I say spontaneously, is that every time at this event you try to lobby Gersh in some way, he falls back on, it's out of my hands, it's already decided, the engraving has already been done. I think the event should have some kind of fluidity, don't you?
We had a very... I think it does have fluidity. I think it's part of the sham. It's the claim that it's all been decided. In fact, up to the very last minute, the committee is making
last minute. If
it's accepting favors and accepting bribes.
Are you saying the engraving is done under the table?
The Lipson Cup.
That is quite an accusation. Under the table engraving.
I'm not referring to the Lipson Cup itself, but the minor awards. All I know is I saw a lot of frankly open graft.
Well, let's ask Gersh if there's engraving on all the minor awards. Gersh, is there engraving on the minor awards? Ah. So you could have a point. Theoretically, there could be quite a lot of awards and back and last
theory where there's slow. There's a great.
Can I ask some more general questions? As America's foremost cyber journalist, can I ask you?
I'm not on duty today.
What the foundation means to America's technology prowess?
Well, I think that we'll all know that this particular event is extremely low tech and proud of it.
Is it true that Gersh Kuntzman still uses a Mac Classic?
I believe that Gersh, what I've heard, and I've never actually seen this, is that Gersh actually has ink on his fingers when he finishes each day of work. I don't know what that means, but I think that says it all.
Thank you very much.
He was screaming, I can't stop! I can't stop! He was laughing at me. I hated his guts.
He's laughing with you.
I don't think he was.
Those white cheeks lay wide on the slopes. Were you wearing helmets?
Are you wearing helmets? We always wear helmets. I was just saying we wear a World War I German air fighter helmet with a little spike on the top.
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
So if you hit a tree,
all of America is going to start wearing helmets for the ski, and then there's going to be a famous celebrity that is wearing a helmet, hits a tree, and dies.
Because I have the helmet.
No, because the helmet is not going to make a bit of difference when you're going 20 miles an hour and your neck snaps.
Wouldn't it with Michael? He said his head was split open.
I don't know.
I'm indebted to Kurt Hirsch for this figure. The total number of fatal skiing accidents.
New York Times.
32. In a year.
It's very, very small.
What are the chances?
Yeah, but how many people actually go skiing? It's the per capita.
What are the chances that 2 of the 32?
The per capita, and this is just from the New York Times, I'm not. The per capita compared to biking, or what was the other thing they compared to? It's 1/10. The per capita deaths in skiing is 1/10 compared to biking.
I don't like that information. I feel it's data smog. Because what do you
have no idea how often I hear that.
Okay,
It's really true. I'm thinking I got to make a data smog joke tonight, and then I'm thinking, he hears that joke every day. I'm not going there.
Hear it
What
quite
time
often.
is the movie, dear? I don't know what's data smog.
By the way, Kate says while we're making love, data smog. Yeah, those are the words. That's any consolation.
Get your hands closer to my butt. Tell him about your back. I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you again. Like I see you.
A brief presentation before we get to.
That's what Castro said to the UN. So no
I have a few prepared remarks.
No reading.
Are all the high tech people established here? Okay.
No.
We have intimidated the crowd here, so now we can present. I want to start off by first again welcoming everybody. I hope you're enjoying the meal here.
Tremendous.
This is commonly known as the slideshow presentation. We start off with a bawdy demonstration of what 1997 meant for all of us, because as you know, this is the annual. I will start from prepared remarks. 1997 was obviously a great year for many of our honorees. Julie Rosenberg, of course, for not only you can't sing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to sit down for this. Let me sit right over here. I don't know if the microphone will pick me up.
Sexy mama.
Let me start over. Good. You don't need to look at me, you need to look at the screen.
It's not about you.
Julie Rosenberg, for example, not only continued to protect and defend the elderly of Queens, but she also introduced her own line of maxi pads to keep them fresh in between visits. All right, Pete Weiler, all the way from Worcester, Massachusetts, finally completed that long-awaited Broadway musical tribute to Bernie Mad Dog Fishman of All New Radio. Andrew Porcello, who is chicer than ever, I might add. Andrew Porcello finally won the all-men's, definitely all-men's, all-East bodybuilding and beer stacking contest. There it is.
Not bad. That was in 97?
Paul Lipson, ever the thespian. Paul Lipson finally made his stage debut. Paul Lipson, as you know, is a budding actor. Finally made his stage debut starring opposite Lawrence Fishburne in the romantic comedy. You're gonna love the title. In the romantic comedy, quote, not entirely unpleasurable, the Paul Lipson story. Gersh Kuntzman, your very own Gersh Kuntzman, stood up for principle in the mayoral election, standing beside his friend and colleague, Ruth Messenger, all the way to the loser bin here. And of course, unfortunately, not here, I don't know where the hell he is, Mr. Fastidious, Harry Reinhardt, finally got that EPA grant to clean the entire ocean. Vacuuming the entire ocean. But those are just the highlights. Those are just the highlights.
Harry's legs are...
1997 was anything but entirely perfect. Anyone who was here last year in this very room knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the rancorous Gersh Kuntzman Public Service Award Foundation Banquet of 1997. Actually, 1996 is the typo. If you were here, you know that last year's annual was wrapped by controversy. When cute and ever so large,
Who are you giving the finger to?
Won an unprecedented.
Give somebody the finger, I gotta take your finger.
When Paul Lipson won his unprecedented third consecutive Lipson Cup, the coveted symbol of excellence in public service. But what you may not know, but what you may not know, is that here. Alright, hold on.
Are there copies of these available?
I had to get the milk in the office. It was very embarrassing.
This one will self-destruct after.
The identical suit.
This is actually seconds before impact. But what you may or may not know is that 2 days after that fateful event, flames engulfed the building housing Tutta Pasta. Flames engulfed the building housing Tutta Pasta. After an intense 3-month investigation, fire marshals could not discover a cause of the blaze. But we all know what really happened. As this shocking photo reveals, Kate Miller was behind the entire thing, smiling and enjoying herself.
Arsonists always visit the scene.
Yeah, they always do.
Oh yeah, classic.
Considering the power, the force of this woman's wrath,
I'll burn it down again, Gersh.
the GKPSAF, dedicated as it is to integrity, public service, and gratuitous toasting, underwent a year's worth of intense soul searching. Oh, wrong. A year's worth of intense soul searching.
Oh my God!
I had to slide. After last year's
What year is that?
That's like 1970.
Good shot.
All right.
Is that pre-Michael Jackson? Or?
After last year's controversy and media stalking, everywhere I went, this guy was hounding me.
Oh my God.
Weird Al!
A meeting was convened at Foundation headquarters here on the lovely campus of Yale University. I have no idea how I have that picture. And the board of directors decided to appoint internationally recognized observers. Jimmy Carter, for one. General Colin Powell, of course. And naturally, Dick Clark. To ensure that the events of last year were simply a one-time aberration.
I wouldn't know that he's 85 years old.
That was taken in 1970. Our team of observers recommended these simple rules. 1.
Premature.
Is that tricky? Everyone has to remember that we're getting a free meal. Everybody, let's.
Why don't we wait?
We're waiting. I may present a few awards. I've just ordered the pasta course.
There's many awards.
We've got a lot of awards to go. 4 programs here. 9 programs. A lot of people here. A lot of people have to drive all the way. Hey, I bought this microphone, okay?
There's much tinfoil to give out.
A lot of tinfoil. So I'm going to present a couple of awards because this is, as you know, the Kuntzman Public Service Award Foundation Presentation Foundation.
Not to be mistaken with the Paul and Finish Award.
Does anybody have any questions? No, it's not time for the song.
I think entertainment would be appropriate.
Who's drawing? Who's drawing?
Ladies and gentlemen, give me a water. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest.
This is the Snow White and Rob Lowe part.
Wow, this is going to be very wow, who expected this?
Hey, a guitar, that's a delightful voice. Come on.
Well, who's saying anything?
Maybe.
Too many clothes.
Okay, so can I do Order the Dance?
Someone gonna come help disrobe me for this? Where was that picture from, by the way?
That was from the Nude Radio Studios in Burbank, California.
What?
I'll hear from you, right?
Say it again.
Project your voice.
Would you like me to turn the pages?
This man has been preparing all year for this.
Free bird.
Dark Star.
Does anyone have a cigarette lighter? This is not to be mistaken for a musical endeavor. It is instead a certain preparation of remarks accompanied by this old, battered box. People are killing other people. There's so much poverty. There's a lot of injustice in this world. And some people are mean. And I know folks try to brighten this gloom. No, not the Julian administration. It's me and the people in this room. People in this room. People in this room. I can't believe all the things that they do. Listen to this song now and I'll name just a few. They're teaching values and business skills to the tough punks by building a nice garden
Awesome. We've never had anything like that.
Takes it to a whole new level.
I don't know how are we going to follow that. Well, I'm
I got a double back.
ready to make some valedictory announcements.
Very Kelly!
We have plenty of room for you here.
More well done, you're sitting here.
Please, take a seat. Take a seat. Now, explain to us perhaps just what happened. I got a call from Perry Reinhardt at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Explanatory remark.
He was in Connecticut. Now, last time I checked, Connecticut bordered where he made me live in. So maybe you'd like to address the podium here.
So we traveled the wrong way, I guess. No, we just missed an express train from Stanford. So
Sham! Why don't you take your seat among the other nominees? We have, ladies and gentlemen, Harry and Kelly. That is unbelievable.
What's Russian?
I'm drinking. I produce some very funny. I got a very unfunny piece.
Somebody pass for a second.
I think I'm drunk enough to get funny, but you don't remember it.
Hey, it's on our table. It's on the table.
It says, oh no.
The people are going to accept that. We'll bring it closer.
Right. And
But a tighter shot.
Is it only the people that are in the square?
That's the focus of your shot, the center of your shot. But no, it's
a few awards right now. 9 awards this year.
What are the 9? Maybe a summary?
No, I'd like to start right in. I'd like to start right in with the...
But you won't build the suspense.
No, it'll build to suspense. We got suspense. All right, let's start with...
No suspense.
Let's start with the No Suspense Award.
Yeah, a lot of suspense.
All right, but as a special...
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen this year.
As a special... I don't know if you realize this, but Julie Rosenberg, my beloved... Can we have a little time? Julie Rosenberg and I are actually moving on Wednesday. So we have been packing up, and we have a bag full of additional little treats that go along with the honor awards that we just simply don't want to move across the block.
This is what garage sales are for.
No, we decided we would like to give you the benefit of all of the stuff that's in this bag. So we'd like to start off with the non-competitive awards, because who wants to start with competition? We want to bring that. I mean, last year's event was so ugly. Let's start with the beautiful, beneficent type of awards. The special grand jury prize for longest trip to get here. We do this every year. It's sort of a tip of the hat to people who drove all this time and then got on a bad train.
Is this going to be longer than the Oscars?
Because this is going to be longer than the Oscars. I hope you set your VCR to run until the end. We have this is the first year we're going to do this. We have a ribbon award. Little French correlation.
Oh, wow, that's classy.
Special grand jury prize, longest trip to get there. I hate to do this to the people who just walked in, but the winner is actually Doc and Leslie. I'll tell you why. I want to explain this. I want to explain why this happened. Despite what happened here, I don't know what's going on.
This was staged.
This was staged. They actually came through the Port Authority today. And that in and of itself. This is not really the award.
Second.
The award. We also, no, don't sit down yet. We have the gratuitous extra prize. This is a model of Shea Stadium that plays Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Well, I don't know what it's doing now. Maybe it's light. There we go. They're honored. They are so honored. They can't even talk. Well, they can always say I mean, they're not going to make a toast. Get them out of here. You know what I mean? Excuse me, I need to.
And how did you record this?
I want to apologize to Perry. Yeah, actually, until I found out that Duck and Leslie had gone through the Port Authority of New York, you were front runners to win that award.
Gersh, maybe you can tell us how you got the thing for your DS session.
I told you these are items from the Gersh member.
But like each particular one.
Where did you get the?
Oh, this was a gift from Bruce Miller. Well, it's not here, so I feel like I can give it up. And when it's bright out, it does play. It's light sensitive, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have, now this is actually going to be a reminiscent award. Some of you in this room may remember a couple of months ago, you may remember some of the people in this room celebrated the wedding of Julie and Gersh. I'm not looking for applause up here. Well, it's a very traditional thing at an event like that to anoint the babe of the wedding.
Babe of the wedding.
Now, this, I must say, this is not a GKSAPFPA award. This is a special grand jury prize. Almost all the women here in this room were nominated because they were all at the wedding. I think it was only a few exceptions.
And they are all babes.
I think they were all babes. But I gotta see what I wrote here. Okay, but the winner for her floor-length velvet showstopper, Mara Mornell, ladies and gentlemen. Now we asked her to wear the same dress tonight, but for some reason, it just...
What a babe!
You should wear it proudly. There you go. Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
have something to say.
I'm sure you do.
We all know that it's great to be brainy, it's good to have a good career, but in the long run, if you're good looking, you're going to get somewhere.
I would like to say a surprisingly reactionary comment from the editor of the women's page. I don't know where that came from. Oh, wait, Mara, I forgot to give you your extra prize, which you might enjoy. When I was, I don't know if you realize, as a kid, I worked at a newspaper called the Daily News. No longer in existence. Scab! Don't look Scab! When they laid me off, kicked me out the door and said, don't let the door slam me on the way out, Scab. They gave me a mug. The mug is yours. It doesn't say replacement worker, it doesn't say scab, it doesn't say get the hell out of here, kid, who needs you, it doesn't say thanks for saving our newspaper while we're on the none of that. Alright, now we get to the... Oh, that ruined the evening, that little presentation. Anyway. Yeah, I want to make one comment to Carlos. Whenever the I wanted you to know that you'll be eating in due course. It's just, whenever it's done. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the most coveted award on our agenda. Other than the top award, the Lipson Cup, this is the most coveted award. What is it? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a football with a guy doing the reverse heist. This is, of course, the Andrea Pizer Journalistic Integrity Award. But actually, it's not the Andrea Pizer Journalistic Integrity Award. We have gotten rid of that category because it was just too competitive. We have decided to substitute a tribute to our least working print
My award. I own this award. I haven't worked in 6 months to get this award, and I want this award.
Our least hardworking print, TV, and magazine journalists. So many of us went on to bigger and better this year. So they will have to ignore us, of course, as we present the first annual Larry Sutton Award for Most Idle Journalist. The nominees are, of course, Lawrence Goodman. I gotta say, it seems like only yesterday that this Pulitzer Prize nominated reporter fought unsafe bus drivers, decaying subway infrastructure, school corruption in the Bronx, and the fact that 2 people in the press office of the Board of Education were actually sleeping together. But thanks to a self-imposed transfer to the Daily News' Brooklyn Bureau, Lawrence is feeding his readers a steady diet of spoon-fed leaks from the DA's office. Way to go! Lawrence Goodman.
All right.
Think that's bad? How about Kyle Smith's rise to obscurity?
I'm underworked and overpaid.
Leaving the gritty reality of the New York Post, Kyle jumps to People magazine, where he is overtaxed by the demands of writing one 400-word book review every other issue. But it hasn't all been easy, of course. Kyle once had to miss happy hour at Langan's on deadline day. The man for whom this category was that's Kyle Smith, ladies and gentlemen. But the man for whom this category really was created, Shane Keats. Would be the hands-down winner here, were it not for the fact that every time he gets out, journalism keeps pulling him back in, just like The Godfather. Shane's meteoric descent found him leaving NBC Nightly News, only the most watched news program on television.
Good time to leave.
Oh yeah. Public access quality of Fox News Channel.
Channel 72.
Channel 72. Only to bail on that sinking ship after Rupert Murdoch personally instructed him to produce a 15-minute segment on why Titanic is simply the greatest movie ever made. So there's Shane Keats. Well, we're not done with it. We have a point of information.
I would just like to say this is a knife edge of this award. I've been thinking about this award for weeks. These 3 men are unbelievable, and I would just like to say I'm so idle. Exactly. I would just like to say that I cannot predict this one. Shane
We're not even done with the nominations.
He calls me up every 2 weeks and says, "Guess what? I got 1 day of work." All right, Shane, that's great. Otherwise, he's at home all the time. Kyle Smith.
Don't say.
I called him the other day. He was sleeping. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Remember that? I woke you up. I said, "Are you sleeping?" You said yes. He's an idle journalist. This guy right here. Last week he spent 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen, one afternoon in the library reading fiction.
Work out.
After getting paid.
I must say, although he's not nominated, you're forgetting that our friend here, what's his name, Harry Reinhardt, who's late, is really the most idle journalist. You don't remember, he had a budding career as a journalist at the South County Shoreliner, interviewing lobsters. He gave it all up. So, but he's not nominated because we didn't want to go into that. It's different. But there actually are other nominees here. Lisa Zaritsky, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are stuck, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
This is a dark horse candidate.
Just this week, Lisa Zaritsky left the mildly stimulating world of TV Guide to take a job as entertainment editor. That's in quotes, by the way. Entertainment editor of Nickelodeon magazine. It's actually a true story, ladies and gentlemen. New job. But there's more to the story. I don't know if you realize this. Her first assignment? Whatever happened to Doogie Howser?
Starship Troopers.
Now we have I think this is our last nominee. After nearly winning a National Magazine Award for his groundbreaking "I Survived My Inexplicable Liver Failure" article entitled "My Body Stopped Speaking to Me." Our next nominee, Andrew Corsello, practically stopped speaking to the rest of his GQ readers. Sure, he tried to satisfy us with several thousand words about himself in his Mira Sorvino profile. And several thousand words about himself in a story about some artist recovering from a near-fatal stroke. But one article every 2 issues of a monthly certainly qualifies him here. And wait, there's one more. Don't count out Pete Weiler in this category. While not technically a journalist, these remarks are prepared for me, by the way. While not technically a journalist, Weiler's keen news insight has not been seen in years. Not since his hard-hitting letters to the editor flooded the newsrooms of the Philadelphia Inquirer, Philadelphia Inquirer, which bowed to Peter's demand for a Reagan impeachment. They went with him on that. And the Worcester Telegram Gazette, which bowed to Weiler's stinging rebuke of an anti-wetlands column. What a director. We haven't seen it in years, we need more of this. Ladies and gentlemen, now this award...
I don't think this is the most tightly contested.
This is the hardest award. The extra prize that goes along with this is actually a collector's item. The Post's afternoon edition. This is actually quite a collector's item. Julie Rosenberg, of all people, said, "How could you give that away?" And I said, "Where are you going to let me display this?" She said, "In your drawer." I said, "I'm giving it away."
Ladies and gentlemen, he loved her very much. You have to remember that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, just to check, because last year we had an error, Lawrence Goodman.
Some credit to my competition because the competition was so stiff this year. Kyle Smith, who took the Lord's injunction, don't work on the Shabbos. Every day of the week this guy is doing it. Shane Kinks, who now calls it a struggle to get a beer for himself when he works. You guys are beautiful, thank you.
Temporary break from constant course. And we got that award out of the way because that is like the lock in the cold of this event. Please enjoy your
Hey, but isn't it true that going to movies is research for you magazine writers?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's research for
Every article you write, all you have to do is think about yourself. That's a story.
Well, I am incredibly interested in and endlessly
See, that's the difference between you and me.
I seek subject matter that allows me to access myself. Yeah. So that I can write about myself.
With me, reading nonfiction, not related to my job at all. It's only the reading of fiction that's relevant.
I still think I'm lazier.
Can I just say though,
do you think you're lazier?
If the definition is those who wrote so little and made so much, that's got to be Kyle Smith.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I'm well paid.
Hey Gersh, hang on. Gersh, is not the definition of the most idle journalist he who writes, or he or she who writes so little yet makes so much? Is that not the definition?
If that were the definition, then
Kyle Smith.
Corsello or Kyle Smith would be the winner. Corsello was paid 6-7 figures for the bullshit he peddles.
Tell me you were happy. I mean, I feel your pain. You were shooting.
Well, on the contrary, I feel that Kyle is the representative who most speaks to this issue because he makes so much money, yet does so little.
My money does not come from any one person's tax dollars.
Hey, just because I'm on unemployment doesn't mean... Say that?
First, for the record, that I make a lot of money. And that it comes out, given my bi-monthly production, to about $157 a word.
Very nice. That's nice.
Thanks.
You've actually calculated that, haven't you?
I have.
You ditch it in the fucking, you know, thing.
Exactly.
Babe, I want to know why all the men are nominated for these awards where they make lots of money and they don't do shit.
And you want to know how come your husband-to-be isn't making a lot of money doing nothing?
No, I want to know why there aren't more women in this category who are making tons of money and not having to work their ass
Oh, you're
off.
a crypto-feminist. I accuse you of being a crypto-feminist. I'm not marrying a crypto-feminist.
I just want to know the answer, that's all. I'm not, I'm not advocating for any feminists, and I just want to know the answer. Can you give me?
I got no answer for you.
Ask Gersh.
I got no answer for you.
Gersh.
In fact,
For one, nominated for this award in which they don't work, but they make lots of money, are men. And
I'm glad someone pointed that out. Women who are
bust
doing
their
the work.
ass.
Women who are working day in and day out.
Nissa, and I'm sure Paul's girlfriend bust their ass. They make shit.
Nothing.
And they work 67 hours a week.
You answered your own question.
Why is that?
Why isn't that, is what I would say.
Why is that?
Because it's most idle journalists. A profession that allows you to work, or not work as the case may be, for months and still be considered a journalist.
But how come there aren't any women journalists that are
Because they're working.
Alyssa, what do you do?
See that? Thank you.
By the way, it's just part of the no.
As am I, as is Julie. And we bust our ass and we make nothing. She's so
Oh, we have a technical issue here. Larry, I will try to. First, there's been a couple of questions. I'm going to proceed. Been a couple of questions. First of all, the award, if you notice, was named the Larry Sutton Award for most idle journalist. Larry Sutton is a beloved Daily News rewrite guy who basically doesn't work anymore at all. I never see his byline, and it's a horrible tragedy. So as an inside joke for all journalists. But Mara Mornell has raised a very important issue, and that is, how could Shane Keats not win that award when, in fact, not only is he equally, if not more idle than Lawrence Goodman, let's be honest, but he is on the public dole. He is taking our taxpayer.
I raised the same issue separately.
Yeah, you're an example of why we need welfare reform in this country.
Independently, that came over on this
Everybody's talking about it.
Hey,
Defend yourself.
I defend my right to collect from the New York State Department of Labor to the death. Hey, listen.
What exactly?
Your death? Do you see on your paychecks SUI, state unemployment insurance? I've been paying into that 12 cents a paycheck for 4 years.
How did this become a political discussion? Governor Tommy Thompson.
Hey, I thought you were all good liberals.
Well, is it to your death or the death of someone else?
All right, I'd like to move along because we've got 100 different awards for 30 people.
By the way, I'd issue a rejoinder, but I'm too idle to use it.
Winning the award with grace is always good. Okay, we have a special award now. Now that we are on the topic of politics, we might as well bring out the Pat Buchanan Commitment to Family Award. It's a very special honor.
Tough one this year.
We give this award to commemorate the triumph of family values in an ever-changing, ever-cynical world. The award will be issued now. The nominees are Mara Mornell. Odd that you could be the babe of the wedding and also be the commitment to family. I'm going to explain it, okay? I'm going to explain it. Mara Mornell, whose move-in with Dare Gregorian still didn't earn him an invitation tonight or to my wedding. But it did, hold on. But it did earn her plenty of dinners with Vartan Chuckles Gregorian on nights when Dare is working late. So that's family. Mara Mornell. That's stupid. We want to hear the next one? She says that's stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Mears is our next contestant here. Alex Beers, who gave birth to Lucy Beershank last year. And I gotta say, it's very cute.
You're not
She's
clapping
the
that?
kid. It obviously hasn't made me pine to have my own kid, but it is a cute kid. But she gave her
Since her birth, you agreed to marry Julie Rosenberg and got married to Julie Rosenberg.
Hey, you're nominated, okay? Stop lobbying from the table. You're nominated. Ladies and gentlemen, Alice Spears gave birth to Lucy Beershank last year and has already instilled in her a love of reading the classics and a joy of playing advanced math games. But, and I salute her for this, resisted the temptation to be one of those overachieving parents by turning down an invitation to have her daughter perform the Rock 3 at Carnegie Hall. I got a little giggle from Marcelo. The Rock 3 is that very tough thing.
Yeah, we all know what Rock 3 is. My God.
I got a little laugh from Marcelo. That's like an achievement. You know, that's like a fight here.
Sympathy laugh.
All right, we have other nominees.
Lame joke of the year.
Thank you. Stephen Rosenberg, my brother-in-law, is nominated. I don't know if you're aware of this, Stephen Rosenberg moved to Park Slope this year, not only to be close to his beloved sister, which would be family honor, but, and this is the apotheosis of family honor, but to join a lesbian yoga collective in Park Slope.
First time strong family is how you define it.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, our last nominee, but certainly not least, Scott Williams, Doug Williams, I call him, who is now finally, after many, many years, many people won't understand this joke, but I think it's a classic, finally living under the same roof as his wife.
Yes.
Which means, for the first time, they'll be in the same state when he turns down her sexual advances.
Don't know what it means.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about that. But, oh, you're walking out.
Tasteless.
They don't even live in a state.
How could you not have a couple of those kind of jokes? He can mention my small sexual problems out there in the open. Ladies and gentlemen, this award, before I present it, comes complete with something that was given to me 40 years ago. It's the Executive. I don't know if you know this. It's full leather, simulated leather, with a notepad and everything.
What about Pete and Jenny?
Pete and Jenny have been having kids for years. The award is a cheerleader award, and it goes to Alex Beers. Hers, I don't know.
This is great. Thank you very, very much. I'm wondering why the cheerleader award for the family guys.
Very cheerful.
It's hard to do this once you have a child. That's all I'm going to say.
There she goes. That was very heartfelt. I'm teary. You can't even see the page.
Was that in the envelopes, right?
Yeah, I decided to shoe in the envelope. We packed the envelope, so it's hard to see.
Are engravings issued later for the...
Yeah, you come back for your
We single women without any chance of having any babies? Yes.
I think you guys were from.
And I bet you believe it. We're the babes of the wedding.
This is what we go through.
We were falling through the cracks.
We're going to be doing this every year until the millennium.
Big winner.
When you're on your sixth child, that remark's going to come back to haunt you.
Now, you know what? I've lost control of this event, but I'm going to present award number 3 tonight. This is another new category this year, and this is going to answer some of the critics who had some problems with Idol Journalist of the Year. This new award.
I did not kick your ass every day.
Hey, let's keep it simple. Social Worker of the Year. There's a codicil. Who was the best, or in fact the worst source for newspaper journalists this year? The nominees are.
Broad category.
It's very broad, but it covers all the social workers in the room. The nominees are Nissa Matson. Where is she?
Speech speech.
No speeches, no
Hold on,
speeches.
she hasn't won the award yet.
I hope not to win.
Mr. Madsen, who works with troubled youths, who, I don't know if you read the papers around in Burlington, I don't know, but troubled youths, they're killing them, they're killing their brothers, they're killing their kids, they're killing everybody. Yet, we didn't hear, my phone never rang from her about her troubled youth. No, your phone never rang? Never rang. Never rang. Not many bad stories.
Wait, my phone rang, but I was too idle to answer.
Another winner. Mr. Madsen.
I called him every day. Every day I called him. I called him 24 hours a day. He never answered his phone.
That's the doobiness.
Julie Rosenberg is also not. Bias. Oh, this is a good one. This is actually a true story. Julie Rosenberg, whose discovery of a Nuremberg trial certified Nazi war criminal living in Queens, alive and living in Queens, could win me a Pulitzer Prize. Don't think of her, think of me.
Bias.
It's not about you. So she was a good source.
She could win me a. There's a comma coming up. You should be an editor. You should know about commas. Could win me a Pulitzer Prize, but chose instead to leak me information about a new Thai restaurant in East End. Julie Rosenberg has it up. I never did that story. She wouldn't give me the details. All right, Alma Schneider, ladies and gentlemen, is another nominee. Oh, she told me a great story, actually, about a psychotic Jewish woman who tricked St. Patrick's Cathedral, which I don't know if you guys know, it's actually a Catholic cathedral, into putting up $1,000 for her husband's burial.
$1,400.
$1,400 for her husband's burial in a Jewish cemetery. So guess what's going on here? She tricked the cathedral and the Jewish.
Mary Lawrence.
Only to tell me the whole thing was off the record. You believe that? That was a perfect story there. She is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Well, now everybody knows it. It's been out there.
What then?
No, and then St.
I hope not to win.
Press release in the story.
I hope not to win. I want Julie to win.
What do we got next? I can't read this. Oh, Jenny Wick, ladies and gentlemen. Not really technically a social worker.
Actually, an investment banker.
And not technically Jenny Wick.
Jenny Wilder. Of all people, she could have been made for the wedding if she had kept her own name. No, she's Jenny Wilder now. Of all people. Give her a few M&Ms and others.
Jenny Wilder, MD.
Anyway, Jenny Wilder looks like
MD.
Jenny Wilder, MD. I can add that. Jenny Wilder, MD.
Just say medicine one.
She looks like a front runner in this category for actually serving as an on-the-record medical expert. In many of my deadline coverage of the Dolly the Sheep cloning controversy, the Sonny Bono accident, head trauma, the Michael Kennedy thing.
Such a sham.
Every time I make a call, she's there and she says, "I'll be a medical expert, Jenny Wilder." It works perfectly, but I think there's a but coming up. Oh, but because of her, because of her help, I was able to write this following lead. Medical experts say the cloning of an adult sheep is, quote, the most revolutionary thing ever. Anyway. I don't know where this is coming from. As a hired gun, cleaning up the budgetary mess left by 12 years of Republican leadership, Lori Shack.
Not a social worker.
Lori Shack sort of qualifies here. But the paranoia of the White House seems to have afflicted the Clinton administration as well.
Just let that die.
And Shack won't even admit on the record that there is a mine safety budget. Which
It's so untrue.
You will not tell me on the record.
No, I just don't want Priscilla's haikus about gay porn coming into
And
the White House.
won't accept my emails. Won't accept my email chains about no more. Written by Andrew Marcello.
It's now an official government record.
About gay pornography. Thank you for spoiling the joke there. And don't forget, explain that. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't have to explain that. And don't forget our friend Alyssa, who's there with
What's her surname?
whose work in a South Bronx clinic was pretty much useless as a wellspring of social work coverage, but great for propping up a flimsy mid-year Kuntzman special report about the other ramification of the UPS strike, lonely female office workers pining for their sex business. So the award, I won't tell you what the additional prize is because it will reveal the winner. But the winner will receive this lovely cheerleader award.
Champ!
The winner is Julie Rosenberg. And a special award if I might.
First award!
Before she makes her speech, I would like to reveal one of the special prizes. I don't know if you guys realize that Julie Rosenberg is also a shop steward of her union. This is the union that presented a raise package of 0 in the first year, 0 in the second year, and 1 in the third year. And she approved it. She did not. This is something I picked up. I picked up after I was a scam. This is not a union office. You are not a union officer. Do not be guilty of misrepresentation. I think Julie should have
Thank you very much.
She married the scam.
You married the scam.
Shop
I
steward.
know.
It's like Mary Madeline.
Say that again.
Shop steward marries scam.
Thank you. I don't know what to say. This reminds me of a really beautiful story that one of my clients told me, but I'm sorry.
Oh, there it is again. I want you to know it's like that in bed too. We're moving on.
Just 2 months along already.
The rancor, the ugliness. We've got so many awards left. It's unbelievable what's going on. All right. I'm going to give one more award before the main course. I don't mean the main course, the lipstick cup. I mean the chicken marsala. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor. I don't even know what it says here. Oh yeah, this is a classic. This is a new award, and you're going to be very excited.
It's new and it's classic.
An award which we hope will be a perennial favorite in this is the new most gratuitous coverage of oneself in a major national or local newspaper or magazine.
That was invented for me.
Hold on a second. This is invented for everybody in the room. Hey, don't count that award before it's had.
I'm walking out.
Don't count that award before it's had. All right. All right. This one is jam-packed. So we start off with Stephanie Dolgoff, of course. Forget about the fact that she was billed as a, quote, undergarment expert on a cable TV show.
Forget about that.
Forget about that.
And yet she wears underwear.
Forget about the embarrassing appearances on Geraldo and Sally Jessica Raphael as a relationship expert.
Forget about that.
Single woman relationship expert, you might say. But that was that. We'll have more about that in the slideshow. Nominee for the Lipstick Cup, Dolgoff earned her nomination for this award by worming her way into a New York Times article on the hit show Ally McBeal. I don't care because I'll tell you what. Because she was friends with the writer. Her insightful.
Jam.
Hold on, I'm getting to it. Her insightful comment I will recite entirely, and you'll see what you think. Quote: Ally McBeal is the every babe. But I don't. Hold on. Hold on. I'm paraphrasing.
I don't know what to believe in. You just said you're reading. Lies.
Ally McBeal.
Is this her quote or not?
This is similar to her quote.
Similar.
Ally McBeal is
New journalistic standard tonight.
If you disagree with that, Ally McBeal is the every babe.
I disagree with that.
Okay, the point is, let me finish the quote and she'll have time to rebut. Ally McBeal is the every babe. But, you know, really, I don't watch the show. I'm just repeating the conventional wisdom because that's all you print in the Times anyway, you goddamn bad reporter. Too bad the editors cut out the second half of the quote, which allowed her to be nominated today. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, next up is, of course, Andrew Corsell.
Of course.
How can you have a category like this? He could have swept this category, let's be honest, solely on the strength of his personal explorations masquerading as celebrity profile in the pages of GQ, but moves ahead this year for his consistent use of the New York Observer's Off the Record column as a forum for his relentless self-congratulatory adulation. Earlier this year, Corsello leaked an item about how he'd been screwed out of a huge sum from a Hollywood studio, and just this week, he turned a victory over a bloated, egotistical editor at a tennis match into an indictment of the entire magazine world. So that gets him up. And he did win that.
What's the explanation of that?
What?
I mean, it's an explanation of that story.
It's all true.
What does it mean?
They'll tell you.
He won it bad, baby. He won it.
Oh, of course, you can't write off David Shank in this category.
No.
You definitely Until this year, Shank was best known for, quote, for data smog. I put it in quotes. For data smog, his apocalyptic vision of a technology-ridden future. But when People magazine came a calling, Shank threw open the doors of his 14-bedroom Park Slope pad, grabbed the baby as a photographic prop, and suddenly became the Pied Piper of living the simple life. Now he's offering, this came out of nowhere, but just this week, now he's offering to represent accused Unabomber Ted Kaczynski free of charge. Ladies and gentlemen, David Shank. Oh, this is unbelievable. Oh, David Merman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, David Merman.
I misread that. It's actually Gershon Kuntzman. In his life. I'll tell you why I messed that up.
First
Gershon
nomination
Kuntzman,
for Gershon Kuntzman.
No, I've been nominated before, and I will.
It's not about you.
Gershon Kuntzman, who, on the basis of casually mentioning once to David Merman that Laurie Shack thought he was kind of cute, that was in quotes, by the way, found himself being celebrated as a great matchmaker in the pages of Good Housekeeping magazine. And it was such a popular segment, you know, I don't know if everybody saw it, that later, about a month later, Gersh appeared in a tight fleece sweater on the cover of Red Book.
You don't know what a shock it is to pick up Good Housekeeping in a dentist's office and find him in there. It's like stunning.
I have one more nomination. Oh, four-time nominee, three-time Lipsy Cup winner, Paul Lipson. Who seemed to be the only entry in the Bronx card in the Rolodexes of the New York Times reporters, yet still can't get the paper delivered to his home borough. How do you explain that? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is. Oh, hold on. By the way, this. No, I can't tell you what the treat is because I'll give away the winner. Self-promotion. But the award is a tennis, a gracefully struggling tennis.
Oh, tennis!
I
did not. The winner is Stephanie Dolgoff. I'll remind you the entrees have not yet come. I think it's well deserved. I believe your award is awaiting. I will now present what the secondary award is.
The winner walked up.
Edible undies, which we get. Thank you.
Speak. Nice pants. Thank you. The pants. Or applause for the pants. Sharon comes crawling back for his own feel bad. He didn't have these pants.
Coming back to get his main course.
I'm listening to the acceptance speech.
It'll be brief. I wanted the cheerleader, but thank you.
There's been a question about what the name of that award was. The name of that award was the most gratuitous coverage of oneself in a national or local newspaper or magazine. Now, Shank has obviously wondered how he didn't win that award. Because it wasn't gratuitous.
You know what? I'm going to give
I think you should have won the award.
You want to give it to us?
Yeah.
Well, I am going to
I didn't do anything at all, and I got a lot of coverage. He did something.
Yeah, you actually achieved it. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Gratuitous. Not gratuitous.
With all due respect.
I did nothing. He did a lot. He wrote a book with lots of pages.
Wait, I did not talk to you.
She even watch out. No, gratuitous. Not gratuitous.
The word is gratuitous.
Did nothing. Did a lot.
No, right. But
Lots of pages
however,
in his book. Had a baby. Nothing. No baby.
Relinquish the stage. Relinquish the stage. You gotta go.
with all due respect to the people in the room who work for Evil Magazine, when you get a color photograph in People Magazine, it is by definition gratuitous. I don't know how you can lose such an award. When you throw open your doors, it was not 15 bedrooms, it's 17 bedrooms.
17 bedrooms. That's it.
Alright, because I'd like to offer this award to Stephanie. Do you want to trade?
We have lost control of this event. I think Marcelo would like to make a valedictory address.
You talk about sham. In the last year, I've literally published more than 20,000 words about myself. I am terrific.
Quentin! 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 Quentin!
No, he is the Quentin too.
You are my Quentin.
You can't take my medal.
Hey, speak more about you.
Can I do the thing?
Absolutely.
My onions aren't edible, but you can have them.
Yes. This brings to mind a Muhammad Ali poem called Me.
Of course.
But I'm going to recite it.
Everyone has seen this document.
In its entirety, it is.
I think
Me.
Whee! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad I gave him the stage. And here I was thinking, what a fool to give him the stage. Maybe I don't.
Wait, you pity the fool.
Oh, this is a very important part.
You earned it.
I might pause. I might pause before presenting this because this is like the top award.
In multimedia.
I may pause for a second. Alex Pierce, your executive, is up here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The main courses are coming out. So I'm going to pause and let us enjoy
Write
the main
lots
courses.
of things about yourself.
With the hand. There was no third base involved.
But there was second base
There was
involved.
no third base. No, you're right.
That's all she's saying.
Devlin?
That's enough! Oh, dinner! Oh, what are you drawing the line? You're blackballed from any award for the next 3 years.
No, he's just bitter that he's something and goes and talk about his experience. Sour over at that end of the table. So I wanted to this award.
I got confirmation on third base.
Third base when you were 11 years old, my dear.
Thank you.
I got 2 more.
He was touching himself.
What's your third base?
My third base is dinner and a movie, okay? Ladies and gentlemen,
Third doesn't last till third base, so it's not an
again, I believe that's the third drunken, gratuitous mention of my sexual problem.
But it's not about you,
My sexual position. So there's several of them.
Is this your sexual dysfunction?
No, I don't have that problem.
No?
I don't have that problem. No, I have this problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen. While you're enjoying your fine meal. I gotta make a special special accommodation for this man. That song was unbelievable. Okay, 4 minutes.
Don't listen to it on tape, right?
Just the duration. Oh, you missed the song. I'll play it back for you later. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, wait. Just before you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Perry Reinhardt.
I'm making a chance to speak. I mean, not.
I don't know. I just want to say, I've been coming down here for 4 years now. 4 years. And I just want to say that I always get the finest food, and I get to eat it with the finest people, and it's all because of this man we all know as Gash. And I just think we all owe him a lot of thanks. Where is this coming from? I want to accept that. That came out of nowhere.
I want to make a toast to the newcomer. The only person here I don't believe has ever been here before. Now is officially a member of the inner circle. A man whose girlfriend could not be here tonight because, quote, she's in Canada. Devlin Barry.
There's another newcomer here.
We missed somebody.
There are many newcomers
So
here.
make a toast. I screwed up.
Dana and Melissa. Dana and Lisa.
All right, so they're all
Really? Take it back. You suck.
You want to open it? All right. I got 2 more, okay?
This is the year that Gersh lost control. That's clear.
Last year, okay? All right. This is actually a repeat award from last year. The coveted Most Inexplicable Adult Behavior of the Year award. Very highly competitive last year. I don't know if you remember. Alex Beers and David Shank, who had bought a gas grill, which was very adult, were competing against Elisa Zaritsky, who established, you don't remember this last year, Elisa Zaritsky, who had established what has become actually an enduring post-tradition by getting drunk and spending 16 hours in the bathroom at Langen's at her post-farewell bash. That was adult behavior. So this year, we wanted to mix it up a bit. This year's competition is no less fierce. Shane Keats, ladies and gentlemen.
Turn it around.
You're walking wrong with this pride.
Deserves mention including...
Adult.
What did I do?
Well, I'll tell you. Not only for his proposal to Nissa Madsen.
It's the real thing.
Nissa Madsen.
Very low.
It's not just... That's not on me, by the way. I don't know if you want to shoot Perry. There you thank you. Rookie cameraman.
It's not about you.
Shaky hand award.
It wasn't just for his proposal to Nissa Madsen, or for his rejection of the bourgeois conventions that unite the middle class. No. It was for his complete withdrawal from the Tuesday night tradition on the grounds the discussion of which paper had the best lead on the Roseanne Arnold divorce story was beneath him somehow.
I'll take this back, thanks.
Lawrence Goodman, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Where's this coming from? I return this award! No way! This mean anything to you?
Lawrence, you are the star of this video.
Maybe this will make sense.
I am no adult.
For using his copious free time at work to write, if not the great American novel, at least the great Brooklyn sentence fragment. That's what it says here.
I don't understand that.
Okay, Shan. You gotta fill out these awards sometimes. Kelly Thomas. Kelly Thomas for, well, let's be honest. She lives with Perry Reinhardt, who who, let's remember, if it's not taking apart some vital piece of household equipment, is it worth developing nudie shots of Burlington housewives? Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Thomas is
What does that mean?
It's true. All right, come on. How many nude shots do you get?
What's that to do with Kelly?
It has a lot to do with Kelly. Kelly is a nude Burlington woman, and he's at work developing nude Burlington women. Completely sensible.
It's definitely inexplicable.
How often do you get nude pictures?
Once in a while.
Oh, there you go. Once in a while. Once in a while. All right.
You're just jealous.
I can look at it. He sends me those pictures. They're not flattering. The lighting's all wrong. It's not romantic, you know. All right. Newcomer Devlin Barrett.
This kid is hot. This kid is young.
I gotta say this is a gratuitous mention.
Going on.
He won the award not just for moving in with his girlfriend.
He won the award?
No, he nominated. Sorry, thank you. Thank you. Some idle journalist, he's fact checking over there. It's woodworking! He's nominated. It's gratuitous. He moved in with his girlfriend. If I'm correct, you moved in with your girlfriend, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, Canada! Oh, Canada!
He moved in with his sexual problem.
She doesn't
And yet never introduced us. We have not met her. We don't know her name. It's Larry Devlin Barrett. Very cool.
Ghost.
And Kyle Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Deepening that word.
Rabbi Kyle Smith.
Rebbe.
Who moved into a rent-controlled apartment
Rent
at the
stabilized.
same. Am I right?
Stabilized.
Rent stabilized apartment.
Big difference.
And Shelley Silver, Assemblyman, wanted to be here to congratulate you on maintaining that rent stabilized.
It's against my principles.
How can you move into a rent-stabilized apartment with what you make and your political philosophy?
He wants to throw out the whole government of the United States. He has to a rent stabilized.
Because I want everyone to give up the rent-stabilized apartments, not just me.
What does the Talmud say about rent?
The Talmud teaches us that one can abandon one's principles when one has a $911 one-bedroom apartment on their porch.
But it's not just for that. It's not just for that. So he moved into a rent-controlled, rent-stabilized apartment. At the same time, he got a $70,000 a year raise to go to People Magazine. But
I work hard for that money.
But will any of us in this room ever see any evidence of any benefit from that money? No way. No way at all. That's adult behavior. He's saving it for something. I don't know what it's for, ladies and gentlemen. Adult behavior. One more. And David Merman, ladies and gentlemen. David Merman, I don't know if you guys realize this. This is an inside joke. I think a couple of people are going to laugh. Maybe Corsello will give me a smirk. David Merman, adult behavior for being the one to whom his parents turned to for marital advice. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of people get that. It's very funny. It's very funny. I want you to know that this award comes with. This award is a tennis award. It comes with the Pocket Kama Sutra. And I gotta say, it is illustrated. And as they once said in the movie Stripes, I didn't know they could do that. So anyway, the winner of this award is the tennis of the Kama Sutra, Shane Keats, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm getting married, so I'm. Nissa, you ready to go? Thank you very much.
No, that. Oh, come on.
That's
All right, there you go. And now we come to the most coveted award. We gotta leave. Where you go?
Wait, you're doing the public service award now?
No. I have the slideshow. Here we go. One little trophy. One little tennis player. Thank you.
Thank you. Why I'm here tonight.
One of the most coveted.
Not for this thing, let me tell you.
Half the room should prick up its ears right now. One of the most coveted and hotly contested awards every year is, of course, the Non-Jew of the Year award.
I am the defending champion. Terry Reinhardt, one-time winner, one-time loser.
Before we go on with this award, Kyle Smith has brought last year's award. In effort to ice out the competition. Show it in your face. I'm the winner. Well, your reign is ending tonight, Kyle. Unless he wins again. No, unless he wins again. I'm just saying. But as of this moment, the reign is over. So,
No, what you're saying is he's not going to
vacuum
win.
area where there's no non-Jew of the year. Okay.
You're adrift.
So, this is the award which pits Gentile against Gentile as they compete to strive to prove why they are, in fact, the master race. Now, last year, I want one little word of what happened last year for the people who weren't here. Last year, Kyle Kreblock Smith ran off with the honors after his stunningly sympathetic review of Hitler's Mein Kampf in his debut column for People magazine. This year, naturally, Smith is back. Thanks not only to his starring role as an eagles humming rabbi in the cinematic Triumph, Bob Put Around My Heart, but for his outrage, his sheer shock and aggravation at a July New York Magazine cover story questioning whether American Jews were too quick to assimilate. I believe Kyle's comment at the time was, quote, "Assimilate? I'd rather grow back my foreskin." Kyle Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Time to clap at that.
Is this category's first winner, and really the dean of non-Jews everywhere, Harry Reinhardt.
Yeah!
A lifelong non-Jew, and he makes no effort to change that.
Keen appreciation of the Hitler example.
And yes,
I would have a beer with Hitler.
thank you for reading my semi-autobiographical self-indulgent first chapter of my self-indulgent novel.
Hitler would have fell apart.
Hitler would have fell apart. Thank you very much. Thank you for recognizing the name of that. Harry has not come empty-handed to my home ever since my mother scolded him about his lack of manners. Now he sends her a canned ham. I think. Am I right?
Cutaway.
A cutaway cover.
George, we have a point of order here.
Point of order?
Can we please understand this? Is this award non-Jew of the year the guy who behaves most like a Jew, or is it the guy who does not behave most like a Jew?
It's questionable. The way I've always interpreted this award is the non-Jew who has exceeded his own Gentile inferiority and somehow raised up to be at a bottom level a Jew.
I see, okay.
Does that make any sense? Okay. No strange.
that we're the master race?
I don't know who the master race is. That wasn't my idea.
Are you saying that I could become sort of the semi-chosen person?
No one's going to choose you. Okay, we've got some other nominees here. No stranger to Jews, but certainly no spiritual leader of them is our very own Methodist priest, Dana Collins. Did I say Methodist? I'm sorry, that's a typo. Episcopalian. What can we believe? When I was growing up, and this is the true story. When I was growing up, my father always said Episcopalians were like
Catholics without the Pope.
What were they? They were
Catholics without the Pope.
That's what they were. They were Jews. So you're close to being a Jew, but there's more. Dana actually. Wait, is that true? Okay, good. I'm glad you're having a little laugh. Why don't you share the laugh with me? All right, I won't put you on the spot. Anyway, Dana leapfrogged her woefully inadequate swain, Andrew Corsello, in this category. I said woefully inadequate swain. I don't know if you heard that. In this category. Andrew Corsello. You did hear it? Thanks to her groundbreaking interpretation that the Old Testament is not merely the Word of God. But, if you read the ancient Aramaic, a damn good recipe for chicken marsala. And who, of course, who among us could forget newcomer Devlin Barrett? Hold on.
Church, not even nominated?
Hold on, I'm getting to
I gave them lunch, my God.
Not even nominated?
I believe there's an award sitting on your plate right now, am I right?
Thank you very much.
Okay. Devlin Barrett, ladies and gentlemen. so non-Jewish that his names are often reversed in the first edition. Barrett Devlin, Devlin Barrett, who knows, who cares? Devlin scored a coup when he was recently stopped in Grand Army Plaza by a Hasidic man and actually harassed with the omnipresent question, "Excuse me, are you Jewish?" This is a true story. While this may not sound like much, since every man in the room has been asked that, Barrett actually answered in the affirmative, climbed aboard the mitzvah tank, drove it without asking directions, directly to Lubavitcher headquarters on Eastern Parkway, and spent the rest of the night drinking Slivovitz and regaling a young group of Hasidic students with tales of kicking Arab butt in the Six-Day War. Ladies and gentlemen, Barrett. Now, before I issue the award, I don't want to tell you what the secondary prize is because I'll give it away, but the winner receives a fine tennis trophy. It goes so well with it. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, believe me, it breaks my heart to do this. Oh, by the way, the winner this year doesn't get the tennis trophy. Gets a sort of a French Foreign Legion kind of award around the neck. It's very like, I don't know, colonial French. Am I right? Is that colonial French? Very much. And on the award is, they have the genocide. I don't know what's going on here. It's like gay men having sex, but it really is. The winner is. It's gory men having sex. Thank you. The winner is Kyle Smith.
Some say Shamrock.
Before he makes his address, I want to show him what the secondary prize was. A limited edition, fully operable, completely genetically mutated G.I. Joe. As you know, Kyle is the only non-Jew of the year who ever was in the United States military. You want to hold that up, Simon? All right, Kyle, the floor is. Oh, wait, and it comes with a submachine gun.
Who's getting this? What award is this?
And it comes with. Hold on. It comes with little grenades. And it comes with a little green beret.
Those are real grenades.
Watch out. And it comes with. And that's pretty much all. Make a speech there, Kyle. Praise Jehovah.
This is truly an embarrassment of riches. But I can't pay this award. Tried to out for fun tonight. It's been a very hard year for us non-Jews. We lost two of the leading non-Jews. I think we can all identify with them. We lost Sonny Bono and John Denver. It's just been very hard to give an audience. Hey!
No, there's no kung fu grip on that.
It's worthless.
That's not. What means to me? No, don't do that.
It's me, a non-Jew, a minority among all my friends. All my friends are Jewish, even Lawrence Goodman is.
Some of your best friends?
I go to.
Perhaps.
Who you calling best?
What it's like to be a non-Jew is it's like pickups with gun racks, Jesus on dashboards, Dutch apple bagels, spiritual topic, Swiss banks with cash hoards, mayonnaise sandwiches on Wonder Bread. These are a few of the goyish things. Thank you very much.
He said enough, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Smith. I gotta say, it's very controversial, but it's well earned.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you. Juggernaut. Was it named in the word Jewish?
Wow, names too. Hey, listen, where we going?
Cool.
I don't know what this award is for. Paul, you've been too quiet tonight. You're like a volcano.
I don't understand what's going on.
I was standing there. I don't know what this award is for.
Julie.
Julie got an award, okay? You got an award too. Shut up.
It's called a ring.
Set it up.
It's for you.
I'm giving it. Yeah, I gave it as my but I will say this. Yeah. For a man and a woman, a man and a woman who embody everything that I think about.
Oh, Jesus.
When I've got a dirty bathtub, when I'm in need of religious counseling, this award is for Perry. He came here late, and he traveled so far to leave an ice storm without Kevin Klein, without Take a speech. Come on, get up here. Come on.
Name us award!
Totally gratuitous. This is easily the most gratuitous word of the evening. But
Clean a bathroom.
I was actually working on speech fragments on the train, and I was like something about Gershon, move the pile, and then I thought no sports analogies, and then there was something about. Kelly asked me, I don't know how we got on the subject, but if there are 8 million people in the naked city, like how many are actually truly evil? And without missing a beat, because we are here, all the guys here are nonchalant experts. I said about 1,000.
How many are naked though?
Give or take.
Give or take. And then I put the capper really, because I don't know what the word is for, was that we were getting off the train, and you know how they announce on the Metro North train, they're from and the guy said, I heard him, and he said, or she said, thank you for riding Metro North. And Kelly could have sworn that he said, thank you for reading Metronome.
That would be the only
shrimp, plate of shrimp. Anyway, thank you.
He only says that on Monday, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for being here because it actually was rather difficult to.
Okay, you've earned it. Now, that ends what we call the minor awards. Polyp. Paul Lipson Image Award. Shaped to be image prime and whatever. So much shaped like my own prostate that I want to present Lawrence Goodman, ladies and gentlemen, to present this year's coveted polyp, the Paul Lipson Image Award prize by 4-time nominee, 3-time winner of the Lipson Cup, Paul Lipson. Wait, he's prepared something. He was working. Ladies and gentlemen,
this is what I was doing while I was supposed to be working.
This cements his victory in the earlier one.
All of Thursday and Friday writing
Before you start, I should warn the crowd that there are a lot of inside jokes. Just understand, if you don't understand the names mentioned in it, it's funny. You just laugh. Is that he is funny?
It's true.
It's funny. There we go.
As many of you probably know, I was, of course, reluctant to introduce the Polyp Award this year. You are all no doubt aware that last year, in what was incontrovertibly a prearranged deal, Gersh Kuntzman awarded the Paul Lipson Cup to Paul Lipson in exchange for Paul Lipson giving Kuntzman the polyp.
Not true.
This truly Republican...
It was 20
Scandal!
It was 20
Scandal!
That was pure speculation.
This truly repugnant incident has gone down in history as a permanent blemish, if not an outright tumor, on the polyp for years to come. So first I answered a resounding no when Paul asked me to present introductory remarks for the polyp. Yet Paul persisted in his pleas, offering to spend a night alone with me watching The English Patient, and in what would be a first for the Bronx, volunteering to dance across any proscenium of my choosing, fully clothed.
Doesn't happen very often.
What is a proscenium?
You know, it's idle. You got a lot of words running through there.
He goes to opera a lot, so it just give him a break.
He promised me the polyp now had the backing of such excellent luminaries as Kate, I have orgasm, Goodman has nothing, Miller. Julie, Gersh had orgasm. I still haven't finished reading the metronome of Rosenberg. And Kyle, I have orgasm alone, Smith. Still I have. And now I know what George Pataki felt like, by the way, in his first inaugural.
He is paraphrasing the fine cinematic performance of John Wayne Bobbitt in his first movie, I have orgasm, you have nothing, and then he cuts off and then
Still,
Thank you for the clarification.
I had my doubts about presenting a speech. My fate seemed worse to me than being bound and gagged, having a sign hung around my neck that read, I am the metronome, and left to the mercy of the residents of Borough Park. Inside joke. I remember the boos from last year, the hisses, the shouts of Kanahora, Kanahora, that filled the air when George handed the coveted award to Paul Hickson. I went back and reread some of the more pungent, incisive commentary written about that period. Quote, hoping to get to the bottom of this controversy, I invited Kuntzman, who I get to call Gershman, to my apartment for dinner. Hold on. I made a vodka, which, and I'm being modest, Gersh really loved. Gersh talked about himself, but of course I thought about myself and the vodka I had made for him. Andrew Porcel. My new documentary will expose the very corruption at the heart of the Lipsing Up. And I'm going to finish it just as soon as I get out of this lazy boy I've been sitting in for the last 6 months. Hey, Nissa, do you think we can teach the dog to fetch me a beer? Shane Keats. Corruption here rises to a level higher than 10 matzo boxes. And then there was the issue of snubbing a woman I think any man in this room would be proud to declare a tax write-off, Kate Miller. A woman whose research persuaded tens of thousands of Africans to change their sexual behavior, and still has not convinced Stephanie Duldoff to sleep with her.
Oh, yes. Lesbian chic.
A woman who withheld sex from me for 6 weeks after I failed to come up with the name of the leader of the freedom fighters of East Timor.
Hey, Pete, that joke was for you, buddy.
A woman who looks day in and day out into the hair-filled nose of her boss and yet still calls out his name while making sex with him. Recently, the highly esteemed team of Goodman and Keach launched their own investigation into the polyp. Employing the age-old journalistic techniques pioneered by Janet Cook and Ruth Shalit, they scoured the city for clues.
That is great. That's brilliant.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. They carefully reviewed photos from Gersh and Julie's wedding, shocked to discover the "Hurt Me" sign that was taped to Kurt Hirsch's back during the reception.
Is that a reference to the People's Campaign?
Yes, yes.
I don't know how we knew about that.
They interviewed decorated Persian Gulf War vet and show tune fanatic Kyle Smith, whose advice to them, follow the money, turned out to be nothing more than a lyric from How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And they tracked down Gersh's ex-fiancée, Judy, who testified that in his prime, Gersh could last longer than it takes to find the lead in a Newsday story.
That's actually very funny.
You got it.
But enough talk of backroom deals, Molly, let's talk about the polyp. Originated in 1938 as a way to entice Boy Scouts into the back of Paul Lipson's lightweight vehicle. It has become, for many of us, much more than that. It has been awarded to Kuntzman, and Kuntzman. He's been awarded the Kuntzman.
Great Boy Scout.
And now, as scientists talk of cloning the polyp and unleashing a master race of Peloponnesians, I'm calling for a return to the family values for which the polyp stands for. And what does it stand for?
It stands for.
First, the award is about
Edit.
showing up late to social functions with nothing but grease and sawdust on your hands. Second, it's about having love for human beings who have sunk to the lowest levels of depravity, whether they be ousted school board member Carmelo Saez, disgraced Queensboro Queensboro President Donald Menace, or even people who write for magazines. Thousands of New Yorkers discovered the metronome wasn't a piano column, the polyp was there for them. And when more than 1,000 New Yorkers read the metronome, the polyp will be there for them. But the polyp is not about me, it's not about Gersh, it's about Paul. Paul Lipson. And who is Paul? Man, I'm getting moved here. And who is Paul? Paul is a man who among other men stands out, and a man who among other women wants to be with the other men.
Bring it on.
Paul is a secular urban priest, the Rambam of our times, a veritable Deepak Chopra for the 1990s. Come up to the Bronx and see this man in action. Watch him at work. I was there recently, and in the course of a 2-hour period, he managed to drive a crack dealer off the Point's front stoop, raise enough money to start a fabulous new after-school program, and screw up his relationships with 4 different girlfriends. This man loves the Bronx so much that he views Manhattan with more disgust than he does women's erogenous zones.